Offensive lineman, one of the most important positions in football. I don't care what quarterback you have on the center. If he doesn't have time to read through his progressions and make the right reads, he won't be successful. In this video, I'm going to give you guys my 5 starters projected as far as offensive linemen. After the video, I want you guys to let me know if you agree or disagree. If you do not, give me your 5 as far as the starters go. But anyway, let's get to the video. During the season last year, Shedeur Sanders was the most sacked quarterback amongst any quarterback in FBX history. It was so bad, people was questioning whether some of the offensive linemen was intentionally allowing it to happen. That's how bad it was. So Coach Prime had to go out there and beef up that offensive line. But I want you guys to understand it was a complete struggle. I'm going to play this clip of Coach Prime speaking about the offensive line, and then I'm going to give you guys my 5 projected starters because he brought in some dogs, especially this offseason. So let's get to it.
The hardest thing to acquire is linemen. So when people have a good one, you rarely see linemen jump and go to different schools. I think we have some guys that it's going to be good with a little seasoning, but overall we just don't have the fight or the passion to do what we want to do. I'm a little biased because I'm his father, but I think we have the best quarterback in the country. I don't think any other quarterback could put up with or stand and deliver like ours do, week in and week out, and taking the beating that he's taking. And we got to address that. We got to address that scheme-wise. We got to address that functionally with what we have on the line, and we just got to do a better job.
Speaking of a better job, I mean, let's go ahead and get down to the countdown because we can't even emphasize how amazing Coach Prime has done with this offensive line. So I'm going to go ahead and break it down to you guys and let you guys know my top 5 offensive linemen projected to start for 2024. Left tackle, Jordan Seeden. Now, obviously, this is the easiest selection when I'm picking my top 5 as far as starters for the offensive line. Unless you've been living on the rock, you should know who Jordan Seeden is. Made this announcement on First Take for Skip Bayless and Michael Irvin. And also, he took his time a little bit to make it official to just play a little bit with the fans. As you guys know, he's the real deal. And he adds size as far as this offensive line go, something that the Colorado Buffaloes lacked last season. Seeden is sitting at 6'5", 285, and he's going to beef up a lot more with Coach Mo as far as the strength and conditioning coach from IMG Academy. And I can tell you guys right now, if you know anything about IMG Academy, they have the top-notch players as far as their rankings from, playing at IMG Academy. Unambiguous top-ranked tackle, as I said before, 5-star. Rivals rated him at a 6.1 and a number 13th player in the nation. Best offensive tackle in the class and number 4 player from Florida. You guys know Coach Prime said he was going to get some of that sauce from Florida, and that's absolutely what he done with Jordan Seeden, ranked as the number 25 overall player in the country by Prep Star. With all the things that I mentioned, that made it easy for me to plug him in as the number 1 guy as far as favorite to start at left tackle. Left guard, Tyler Johnson, another easy selection when we speak about the O-line, and especially the amount of weight that he's going to add for this Colorado Buffaloes offensive line. 325 pounds, 6'5", from Houston, Texas. Comes to Colorado as a graduate transfer with 1 season to play, so he's one of those veterans that you need for a football team. 247 Sports ranks him as the number 80th ranked player overall, number 1 interior offensive lineman. I repeat, number 1 interior at something once again on the offensive line. Sounds pretty good, right? We just mentioned Jordan Seeden being the number 1 ranked. Now we have another number 1 ranked interior offensive lineman to add to this Colorado Buffaloes offensive line. Played 2 seasons at Houston. He also had, in 2022, he had the number 6 pass block grade nationally amongst guards by 87.6%. Pass block grade ranks 2nd in the American Conference, number 6 as far as run block go, which is one of the things I feel like Colorado Buffaloes need to do a little bit more is run. That way you can set up the pass, because we know Shedeur Sanders is a straight killer at just dropping back and throwing 1,000 passes a game. But when you can run the football as well, it can keep the defense guessing, and I expect that to be a little bit different, especially under the new offensive coordinator, Pat Shurmur. But anyway, left guard, Tyler Johnson. Justin Mayers. Now, Justin Mayers will have to battle a little bit for that center position, as I also like Yakiri Walker, but I feel like Justin Mayers has an edge just because of the attitude he brings to this offensive line. We saw, for an example, what happened with Colorado versus Colorado State. Shedeur Sanders was one of the very few players to get in the face of some of those guys that was barking at the whole entire team, and we saw where the offensive line was, either had their hands on their knees or far away from where the chaos took place. And I think someone like Justin Mayers brings in some type of leadership. You know, we saw where he was getting on some of the guys this past few days on Well Off Media videos about the lack of effort. And if you don't want to be here, get out. You know, that's the type of guy Mayers is, and I think it's going to be phenomenal. And he also adds size. Once again, 320 pounds. So he adds a lot of size to the offensive line. 6'4", from Frisco, Texas. So another guy from Texas. 247 Sports has him as a number 4-star prospect. Number 6 ranked interior offensive lineman. He comes to Colorado as a graduate transfer with 1 year to play, similar to Tyler Johnson. So as I said before, bringing in another veteran that has played a lot of football games. In fact, he's played 35 career games through 5 seasons, starting every game of the last 2 seasons at left guard. So that says a lot about his durability. Started all 12 games at left guard in 2023. But I feel like you can put him at center as well because he can move. He's a little bit quick as well than the other guys. I've been noticing that as watching Well Off Media videos. So he's definitely my favorite to move in at the center position, because in a second you guys are about to see who I'm going to add into this starting lineup that didn't start last year. But anyway, let's continue the video and keep the train rolling. Right tackle, Khil Benson. Now, Khil Benson need a nickname similar to the block bully on the defense side of the football. I say Khil Benson needs that because we saw the type of mindset he has in Well Off Media videos. Shout out to Well Off Media, as you guys know. But anyway, offensive lineman, 305, 6'6", brings that size and attitude to this offensive line. He also is a Mississippi native. You guys know I'm from Mississippi, so I'm going to root for him just a tad bit more, you know what I'm saying? But 247 Sports ranked him as the number 199 ranked player, number 12 ranked interior offensive line. And I say that these things because you guys should know that's going to give him even more of a chip on his shoulder, as I feel like his ranking should be a lot better than number 12. He comes to Colorado as an undergraduate transfer with 2 years to play, played in 24 games in 4 seasons at Indiana, playing in 24 straight games starting in 2022. And as I said before, he brings a different type of mindset, a different type of attitude. But what's interesting about him is that he was a 3-star recruit from high school, but ranked number 38 offensive tackle in the country, number 17th player in Mississippi. Mississippi is built with guys that have that chip on their shoulder, guys that's willing to get dirty. We don't have much in Mississippi, so it's either you're going to play football or you're going to do other things, which I won't mention in this video. But yes, you have to get it how you live. Khil Benson is one of those guys you definitely want to be on the lookout for in 2024. Speaking of being from Mississippi and getting it how you live, last but not least, Jackson, Mississippi native Tyler Brown also brings in a lot of size. But listen, I don't care who you plug in, where you plug them at. Tyler Brown will be a beast this coming spring camp. I got him to start in 2024, sat out an entire year, grind his behind off just for them to tell him he had to sit out for another year. Came on my channel, as you guys know, spoke about how excited he was to be a part of the season, just for them to tell him he had to sit and wait a whole entire year. But ever since then, the sky's been the limit. He's been grinding. Tyler Brown is one of those guys you definitely want to be on the lookout for. First team all SWAC, the top lineman on an offense that led the SWAC and ranked in the top 15 in scoring offense at 38 points a game. This was during Coach Prime, Shedeur Sanders, those guys' years at Jackson State. The Tigers offense gained 400 or more yards in a game, as far as in 9 games, 400 or more yards. 600 yards a game. You know what I'm saying? And Tyler Brown is one of those guys you can plug in. He also played at Louisiana Lafayette, was a member of an offensive lineman that ranked 5th nationally. But put all the statistics away. I'm telling you guys right now, Tyler Brown will start. He's hungry. He wants that opportunity, and be on the lookout for that. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Who are your top 5 as far as your starters go? Do you agree with mine or do you not agree? who you gonna plug in and who you gonna plug out. But I'm telling you guys right now, you will not plugging out Tyler Brown. But anyway, if you guys like the video, definitely like, subscribe to the channel. Peace.